So this is a part 2 of the placenta abnormality. This condition is called placenta previa. So by definition, placenta previa is you have to look out for the distance from the cervix to the placenta has to be less than 2 centimeters. So less than 2 centimeters that you have to memorize. 2 centimeters present around 20 weeks. So generally we do a transvaginal ultrasound around 18 weeks, I think. So 18 weeks, it might not show up yet. So around 20 weeks, the patient will show, 18 weeks is negative, but around 20 weeks, the placenta try to creep towards the cervix, and it become, if it's less than 2 centimeters, it become placenta previa, right? Previa start with P. Placenta previa, vasa previa, they should be painless vaginal bleeding. The patient around 20 weeks present with painless vaginal bleeding. What is the best next step? Vaginal ultrasound to confirm. And like placenta erection, the transvaginal ultrasound has low sensitivity. This one, transvaginal ultrasound, has high sensitivity. Sorry, transvaginal ultrasound is high sensitivity, right? But best next step you do, the MTV said trans-abdominal ultrasound. And if trans-abdominal ultrasound show less than 2 or equal to 2 centimeters, next step is transvaginal ultrasound. No digital exam. So this one only have 3 major risk factors. Placenta previa, the most major risk factor is previous placenta previa, previous C-section, and multiple gestation. So anytime you crowd the placenta, the uterus, anytime you did some kind of injury to the uterus, anytime you have the previous condition of this condition, is the most important risk factor. Other, you give birth many times, age is an important risk factor, infertility, abortion, previous uterine surgical procedures, smoking, cocaine, being a male, non-white race, right? So how is placenta previa managed? So you have to look at stable and unstable again, right? So anytime we have any condition, placenta previa, right? You do, if it's unstable, then you go to C-section. If it's stable, and it usually present at 20 weeks. So you tell the patient, please come back at 32 weeks and again at 36 weeks, right? And then if you see a positive placenta previa, by definition, we said which is less than or equal to 2 centimeters from the cervix, then you do a C-section. But to do a C-section, you wait until 36 weeks, right? And then you have to memorize another condition, which is called a low-lying placenta, right? So the placenta previa definition is less than or equal to 20 millimeters plus you have to cover the os. The low-lying placenta, it has to be less than or equal to 2 centimeters. Less than or equal to 2 centimeters, it's placenta previa, right? Low-lying placenta is, the key word is it doesn't cover the cervix, but it is still less than or equal to 2 centimeters because this is 20 millimeters, right? So it's 11 to 20 millimeters. If it's low-lying and the os is free, you can do expectant. So unstable, C-section, stable, repeat. Definitive is C-section, right? Anytime you have placenta previa, you have to do C-section, but because the os is not open, right? But you want to wait for the baby to mature, right? So the key week, you can do C-section in 36 weeks. Low-lying, you can do vagina. I just want to add vasa previa, which is really short. which is a painless vaginal bleed, that's trimester 2. And then you can do transabdominal or transvaginal. Fetal distress. Fetal distress, increased heart rate above 160, or you can have late deceleration. The thing you do, emergency C-section. Risk factor, any placenta abnormality, bilobe, placenta, like the umbilical cord inserted in the wrong direction. Placenta previa is a risk factor of vasa previa. Multiparity, in vitro fertilization. So all the time, this is an emergency C-section. You save the baby.